New York City. What a beautiful city, with a great ambiance and a sneaker collection that goes into the millions. Yeah, you heard that right, millions. New York City has some of the best and greatest sneaker collectors around. Growing up in New York City, having the most hyped up sneaker, you became the most popular in school. But are they doing it for the love or for the hype? We will meet two sneaker collectors, John and Hector, who I personally know, and they will share their love for sneakers. But can that be diminished by a reseller who may lack actually liking the sneaker and are only in it for the money? Well, let's find out as we explore the sneaker community in New York City, the city that never sleeps.
When I was a kid, I used to watch Tales from the Crypt, and in season 2 there's an episode called Fitting Punishment. And in that episode, this kid goes to stay with his uncle, who runs a funeral parlor, and the guy was mean, and the kid ended up getting killed in the episode, and the uncle stuffed him in a coffin, but the kid was tall, so he had to chop off his legs to fit him in the coffin, chop off his feet to fit him in the coffin. Coming down the steps, well, the kid isn't coming down the steps, it's 2 feet, 2 bloodied pairs of fire red Air Jordan 4s coming down the steps, and one of them lands on the uncle's chest. And even when the episode ends, the Crypt Keeper is wearing it. So that visual was always haunting to me, and it always stuck in the back of my mind. And at that, I had to be about 3 or 4 years old, and I was just always like, yo, what are those sneakers? And I got my chance to get them in 2006 when the Mars Air Jordan 4 came back out, and then I think in 2012 another pair of Fire Red Air Jordan 4s came out. And from there on, I vowed that every time that sneaker dropped, I'm going to pick up a new pair. That's hands down my favorite sneaker. Is probably the most perfect sneaker to me. I would give a ballpark number of about 80. I used to, in 07, last time I really counted my sneakers was 2007, and I probably had about 75, 76 pairs. And since then, I lost it in storage. Some of them I got to keep from then, so I still have some of them, but I bought back a lot of the rest. And I'm gonna be modest and say 80, but I'm always finding new pairs in my closet. Anytime I clean, I'm finding new pairs somewhere. And all I know is that every time I'm getting ready in the morning and I have to get a pair of sneakers, they're always falling over on me. So it's a lot. It's to the point where actually it's almost touching my ceiling if I really stack them all up. So I gotta do a count one of these days, but I want to say 80 pairs. I think everybody should do it for the love. You should do it. There should be some knowledge going into it, and I commend Jordan Brand for trying to tell stories with colorways and stuff like that. That kind of adds to the love. But you can't really beat the hype. The hype, it is what it is. The hype has always been around since the beginning. But we had timeless product. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the Yeezys, that's a shoe that years from now, I don't think anybody's really going to care for them. It's the Adidas Yeezy, that is. That's a shoe that nobody's going to really care for years from now, because something new would be hot. So I think everything should be done for the love. The minute you do something for the hype, it's not genuine, and you're going to fall out of love with it eventually, and you're going to realize you've been wasting your time.
Obviously, Jordan being the it person to follow when you were younger, you would always look to every game to see what he had on his feet. He always had the most popular sneakers. So then you would see every kid in school that was wearing them. I hate to say it, but even the drug dealers in the neighborhood would always be wearing the flyest sneakers. And you look to them, because at the time, there was no social media. There was no type of bloggers. None of that it was non-existent at the time. So the majority of the things you had to look forward to was just TV, seeing what the latest athlete was wearing, seeing what the latest rapper was wearing. And on top of that, if you bought Source magazine or Slam magazine, it would always tell you what was coming up next. Or if you made connects in the little mom and pop stores, then you would see what was up and coming. So that's seeing all of that, and then watching sports. It's a little bit of everything that kind of interests me into getting into that culture. So I would say it just all started in the 90s, and I'm still in it till today. Favorite sneaker, Lord Grailed, is terms as used to describe the sneaker that you gravitate towards, that has that emotional feeling. The Air Jordan 11, black and red, hands down. It was about 96 when I never got. Let me go a couple of years behind that. Before '96, I knew about the Jordans that were out on the streets. Because there was this one girl that sat in front of me in class. She had every other Jordan. I remember 6, 7, and 8. She had them on always. So, you know, I always followed everything that was coming out, seeing Jordan playing on TV. But something about the Air Jordan 11 it was just something out of this world. I kept inventory the other day too. I gotta say, it probably went over 80. So I think 83, 85. Every sneaker has a story to tell that I have in my collection. So it's not just something that's like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it just to buy it and then that's it. No, like I have an emotional attachment to everything. So it's much more than just a passing hobby. It's something that I'm gonna take to the grave with me, pretty much. I really love a sneaker. If you saw it on the street, you really like it, you're gonna wear it. You're not just gonna keep it tucked away in the closet till it rots away and when you put it on it crumbles. Do it because you like it. Genuinely have a love and a passion for it. Don't do it because of the hype. Don't do it because oh my god, they're limited. I need them just to look cool, just to take pictures. Just have a love for it and go with the flow. Don't do it just because somebody else is doing it. That's all I gotta say for the younger cats out there.
Resellers don't really want their identities out, so this is Bob, and he's a reseller from New York City.
I love to be hated. I mean, I'm still gonna get my money either way, so I mean, I could really care less about the hate, because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna get my money. That's how I look at it. I'm in it for the money mainly. Some of these sneakers are ugly, but there's a value behind it, so as long as there's a value, I'm there to sell it. That's how I look at it as. If I could get more than 5, 6 pairs and there's an extra one left, I'll wear them, whatever the case may be. But it's all about the money at the end of the day.
So, what's the hype? That's the question. This question had a different answer amongst the sneaker collectors we visited today. Sneaker brands like Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and much more are in an all-time high, and it's pretty hard to attain a sneaker that's hyped up unless you win a raffle. Just know every sneaker collector actually has a great story to tell. And with that, I came to a conclusion. Just do it for the love. Don't get caught up in the hype.